Charlie, have I told you that I wanted to talk about reparations yet this week?
No.
Well, I've been wanting to talk about that because San Francisco has had a plan. And I'll take the first portion, you take the second.
I've been wanting to talk about it my whole life.
Okay.
Because I'm not racist. I'm not a racist.
You are in favor. You heard.
I never said I was in favor. I just said I've been wanting to talk about it.
I got you.
Just so everyone knows that I'm not a racist.
You listened to Dr. King's speech and you were like, reparations. That's what that is.
Yeah. I should not be judged on the color of my skin, but the content of the reparations I am to receive is what he said.
It was in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get edited versions, don't have it in there, but you get the raw footage from the FBI, and they'll show it to you.
That's
Nina
right.
Turner, we're just kicking this off from Honor Dr. King's Legacy, Support Reparations. She's real big on that. San Francisco, they got a panel that they put together to try and stop some of the rioters from burning down their buildings back in 2020, and they put these people together to see what type of, whether or not people deserved any reparations. And so this first piece will come from Zero Hedge, and then I'll let Charlie go into what the Chronicle actually said about it. San Fran City panel urges reparations of $5 million per black adult.
There we go.
That's a pretty good deal.
Just a start.
Oh, yeah. A San Fran Government Advisory Committee on Reparations has recommended the city pay eligible black residents $5 million apiece. That's just the headline recommendation from the San Francisco African American Reparations Advisory Committee, which was created by the city's Board of Supervisors amid 2020's nationwide racial tumult. Next on the wish list, quote, a comprehensive debt forgiveness program that clears all educational, personal, credit card, payday loans, etc. The group said, as if $5 million a person is not going to be enough.
It's apparently not.
Okay. The group said this measure will get blacks out of an inescapable cycle of debt so they can build wealth.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's how you build wealth.
You just give a bunch of money away to people. We could talk about this now if you want to, but giving people money now, $5 million and wiping away debt, probably going to have a lot of people that do build some wealth from that.
I would say it's less than 20%.
Yeah. I bet you it's going to be around 1%.
Yeah.
More than likely.
The other 99% will go,
Yeah.
they'll be back in poverty pretty soon.
That 1% is going to gather up all of the money from all of the other 99 because they're going to be the one selling the thing that everyone wants. Mm-hmm. But no, that's the problem with just giving people money. If you don't invest it towards something, or you buy assets that appreciate, or you start a business or whatever it is, then all you do is you give that money to other people who are doing that. And then they build the wealth. Okay?
Amen.
And so that is why this continues to be a problem.
This is not all, though.
The committee also wants a welfare program that targets a $97,000 annual income for low-income blacks for the next 250 years.
Yeah.
As if we're still going to be alive. Have they not read the latest IPCC reports?
It's the fight for nearly $50 an hour. It's what it is.
Well, they're just adjusting for inflation into the future, probably.
Yeah.
That's
$50
what's going
an
on.
hour, 2,000 hours a year. Yep, that's $100,000.
Mm.
So $50 an hour. That's what they're looking for. Told you, everyone who said the fight for 15, that's not enough. You know, we were all conspiracy theorists, whatever. It spells it out right here.
Dude, that's on top of $5 million.
This is the fight for 50.
That's on top of $5 million, wiping out all the debt, and then basically $100K a year?
Mm-hmm. Minimum.
Well, what do you need the $100K? Okay. Those who qualify, there's a couple things. Centuries of harm and destruction of black lives, black bodies, and black communities should be met with centuries of repair or destruction of everyone else's lives and everyone else's bodies and everyone else's communities.
At least it's fair.
You know what they say, 250 more years of wrong make a right.
That's right.
Like my granddad used to say all the time. I'm sure yours did too. Why would you ever do anything productive in society if you're just guaranteed 100K? Tell me why you would ever get off your ass ever again, Charlie.
Probably wouldn't do much.
Those who qualify for reparations should also receive, but wait, there's more. Should also receive payroll tax, business tax, and property tax credits to, quote, create structures and pathways to mitigate tax consequences for recipients of reparation funds.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, what they're saying is they know that they're going to have to tax the F word out of the people if they were to ever actually pay for this and do this thing. And therefore, they want to make sure that none of the black people that qualify are going to have to pay any taxes. A little note in here, they got to figure out who qualifies. And I just wonder if they're going to require that people show an ID whatsoever, because I don't know if they know this, but it's going to be physically impossible for them to figure out who to give this to, because the black people there don't have any type of identification.
According to the left.
There's no birth certificates. There's no IDs, nothing like that.
They can't use the internet, so you can't apply online.
They're not even going to be aware of the program in the first place.
Yeah. According to the left.
I know, that's the thing. Like,
can you imagine? You would say.
Can you imagine that actually being a thought in your head and also calling other people racist?
Yeah.
Gosh.
That's what makes it funny.
San Francisco's budget is around $14 billion, and there were 47,000 African Americans in the 2020 census. So just 10,000 residents qualify. The $5 million payment alone would cost $50 billion. And so they're going to need to tax just the rich. I'm sure only
all
rich people would.
They're going to have to tax everything.
Like all of their money.
Probably. Now, none of this means that, in our history, black people didn't have a hard time. That's not just a hard time, but
that's clearly the case.
Yeah, it's obviously the case.
I don't think anyone disputes that even.
Right.
I don't even think racists would dispute that.
It's not disputed. Yeah. It's Jim Crow was a thing. Segregation was a thing. Those are all terrible.
Slavery happened.
Yes. What happens next will show whether San Francisco politicians are serious about confronting the city's checkered past or are simply pretending to be.
If they don't go...
Never mind that they don't even have the money to cover the $5 million alone. To put that in perspective, the State Reparations Task Force will issue its own proposal this June, believes the black Californians may be due $569 billion for housing discrimination alone between 1933 and 1977.
How do they determine this $569 billion? You could look at the other people in the area, I guess you could say, that are not black, and say, how much wealth have all of those people even saved up and created over that time? They're making this assumption that all of these families and all of these people what if this wouldn't have happened? They'd all have roughly $5 million in their bank account right now. That's just a foregone conclusion. That's just what happens over time.
The problem is you're asking racist questions.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How doesn't matter. The why it just matters. Are you going to do something about it?
Whether or not you care.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
King was demanding the riches of freedom and justice for black America. Almost 60 years later, the AARAC is doing the same in San Francisco.
What I want to know is if the riches of freedom that King was demanding is somehow akin to a guaranteed $100,000 a year and $5 million paid out to you,
all debt wiped clean,
and no debt, and no taxes either. Then where the
I'm cool with the no taxes.
No, that's fine. Then where the F is mine, because I'm white, which means I've been free this whole time. Where is it? How many people do y'all know? All my whiteys out there that are living in that situation right now. How many? No one?
But they've always had the opportunity, Nate.
And so if they didn't get that, then it's their fault. But all of these people would have definitely been in this position had it not been for whatever the laws. We're still not saying that nothing bad happened, but where's the money come from? From where does this money cometh?
That doesn't matter. Again, Nate, you're not seeing it.
Just everyone acts like there's this big bank account where we saved up all our money from the slaves and that we're just refusing to pay it back out to people.
Yeah.
It's not there. They're just going to take it away from whoever else is in the community. And then they say they're not going to charge, they're going to give tax credits to people so they don't bear the cost of giving out the payments. But those costs ripple out through the whole community and the economy. Anyway, you think that some of those people don't have business? And then, good Lord, giving people $5 million and guaranteed money. Imagine the inflation rate in these communities in the first place. My God.
Yep.
It's going to be a disaster, and I kind of hope they do it.